This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's so great to have you joining me here in these online lessons. In this video, I'm going to go over dominant 7th chords that have a flatted 5th and a sharped 9th. So this just fits right in line with all the different types of chords we've been learning lately, these altered dominant chords. So this is great. We'll learn a couple voicings. We'll work on those right along with bass and drums accompaniment as we play a chord progression that allows us to practice those all over the fretboard. So lots of great things in this video. This video accompanies lesson 29 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. In the book, we'll start off on pages 188 and 189. You'll see some explanations there, some help with chord symbols, and also some diagrams for all the different types of chords taught with that chapter in the book. And then we're going to play progression number 1 from page 190. Okay, so dominant 7th chords, we know, have the root, 3rd, 5th, and flatted 7th. We've learned that long ago in the lesson series. We've also learned about how to alter that 5th. So in this case, we're having a flat 5. So in the key of C, that would be a G flat. Kind of an interesting sound. And then we got our flatted 7th that gets thrown on there. So we get the root, the 3rd, the flatted 7th, and then the root, the 3rd, the flatted 5th, and then that flatted 7th. And now we are adding with that a sharp 9. And we've learned that the sharp 9 is the same pitch as step 2, an augmented step 2. So sharp 2 compared to the C natural, that would be a D sharp. And we're going to have that 1 octave higher and we get that sharp 9 sound. So to get the flat 5 and the sharp 9 sound in there, we've got a chord that sounds kind of like that. Pretty cool, but pretty intense. So let's look at these voicings. Now we're going to have one that has the root on the 6th string and one that has the root on the 5th string. I'm going to demonstrate these at the 6th fret. So that'll be B flat for the 6th string and E flat for the 5th string. With the 6th string form, just like we learned in the last video when we worked on the flat 5, flat 9 voicings, it's pretty impossible to play the root with this chord. And when we're playing in a context where we've got an ensemble happening, it's okay for us to ditch the root because the bass player's got it, and we'll play the top 4 strings. And that's really the only way that this one's very playable on the guitar. So as you'll probably see as we finger it. But our root happens, in this case, at the 6th fret. 1 fret lower on the 2nd string is where our index finger goes. Then we got our middle finger in the same fret as the root on the 4th string. Ring finger 1 fret higher on the 3rd string, and then pinky 2 frets higher than that. So 3 frets higher than the root up on the top string. Now if I play it without the root, pretty easy to play. To get that root in there, I'd have to bring my index finger over, still not play the 5th string, and then catch those. That's really hard to do in context. So a lot of times when I'm playing this chord, I'm almost always playing it in the rootless sense. With this one, sometimes you can reach around, but with this one I can't, with my hands, grab the root very well with my thumb, but some of you might have big enough hands that you're able to do that. So that's this one, and a lot of times, and you'll see that when we jam together, I will oftentimes with these altered 5th, altered 9th ones just go ahead and ditch the root. They're much easier to play, and it's okay because the bass player's playing the root when we're playing in an ensemble. So the 5th string form though, this one's pretty doable to keep the root, or you could ditch it if you wanted to in the ensemble setting where that bass player's got it covered. But we're going to stick the root with our middle finger. We're going to play that one with our middle finger at the 6th fret in this case, but on the root there. Then index finger is going to play the 4th string and the top string 1 fret lower. So it's going to bar over. Ring finger is going to be in the same fret as the root on the 3rd string, and pinky is going to be on the 2nd string 1 fret higher than the root, and we get a nice and easy flat 9, flat 5 sharp 9 sound with that dominant 7th chord. Pretty cool. You're going to see some chord symbol examples there on page 189. What's going to need to be there is that we're going to see the root and then the 7th telling us is dominant 7th chord, and then we're going to see something telling us we had the flat 9 and a flat 5 and a sharp 9. So a -5 or a flat sign next to that 5, and then a sharp sign next to the 9, or a plus sign next to the 9 tells us that we want that sharp 9 and that flat 5. Alright, so we're going to play the chord progression on page 190. You'll notice that it's just the roots that are written there. That allows us to practice with any of the chords taught here in lesson 29. So in this case, we'll be plugging these chords in. So we'll start off with that sharp 9, down to 7, sharp 9, flat 5, C7, sharp 5, C7, flat 5, sharp 9. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it? And then we do the F7, flat 5, sharp 9, and then we'll go around and do B flat, and so on and so forth. And if you want to ditch the roots, you can. We're going to play it twice, first at a slower tempo and then a faster tempo. So it's going to be great. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, fantastic. In the next 3 videos, we're going to play through the rest of the chord progressions found in lesson 29. Will give us lots of opportunities to practice with these chords that we've been learning right in real context. Just jamming right along with that bass and drums, playing these chords, getting used to using them so we can use them when we need to when we're playing in ensembles. So it's going to be great. Take care, and I'll see you again.
Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.